Hey, how's it going? I'm Jonathan Pruitt, and today we're going to be talking about 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. This is Jim Davis. He's been my longtime DM. He's the DM. I'm the PC. Let's get to it.
Let's kick this pig.
Backgrounds, as far as adding into the character creation process, which, you know, is pretty much normal as any other edition. You pick your race, your class, you roll your dice. But backgrounds are an added bonus up front.
Yeah, and I find the fact that they're baked in. If you want, you can go through and you can roll on the tables and kind of, the game will create a character for you.
Yeah.
And I always like games that are like that. I like coming to the table and going, I don't know what I'm playing yet. I'm going to roll up some dice, see what I get, and then I will, by the end of character creation, I will have a fully fleshed out character.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can ignore any of those die rolls, or I don't have to roll on them. I can do whatever I want. But the fact that the option is there and they give the DM support for making their own backgrounds, it makes the game customizable, and it means also for the players that they don't have to fight for that. Oh, well, my character grew up in the hill country, and so of course he knows how to climb and camp and everything. It's like, well, you're not a ranger or whatever, so you don't have that skill. I think it's a way to incorporate that. I like it. I just wish there were more of them.
Feats. Now I know that they're an optional rule. We choose to use them because, well, tell me why.
You know, the bulk of my playing came from 3rd edition, and for the rest of our group as well, we're all 3rd edition veterans, and so for us, the feats are familiar. Of course, 4th edition had feats as well, but the 5th edition ones remind me a lot of Iron Heroes feats, if you remember those.
Oh yes.
So it's like you're getting a lot for your feat choice, which you should, because you're giving up stat increases for it.
Yeah. So
you should get 2 or 3 things for every feat, and so it seems like that they've made them matter again. There seems to be less of those traps or obvious poor choice feats where it's like
toughness is 3 hit points, but again, it's 3 hit points.
Yeah, some people liked that the character creation mini game where they go through and which feats work best for them, and so there's less of that now. There's less of I'm going to plot out my character for 20 levels because I need to keep track of all that.
I still plot out,
but it's fun, right? But so for people like you and for people like me, whenever I look at a character and it's like, I want to know what I'm going to do, I'm going to make all my character for 20 levels right now. There's less of that, but what we're getting is more. So if feats are that important to you, just play a human. Get your first level feat.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. So far though, I've chosen feat every level instead of ability increase with every character I've got.
Yeah, pretty much. Because why not? You'll get ability increases other ways, magic items, whatever.
Yeah.
Give me the advantages and disadvantages of advantages and disadvantages.
That's clever. I like that.
Thanks.
At first you're like, okay, so I just roll 2 dice. But then when you're sitting down actually playing the game, you realize that if you're playing it in a certain way, you're realizing that you're trying to get every action to set up advantage for you or for other members of your party. So there's a neat game that you can play in creating your characters and in fighting out a fight where it's like, all right, how can I give advantage to other characters, to other party members? In what ways can I set up the group to succeed by giving everybody extra dice to roll, or taking away, how can I get rid of their disadvantage? So for the people who liked 4th edition, when they liked the grid and they liked the game within a game, figuring out how to get advantage, what combination of spells and abilities and maneuvers and everything can give you that extra die whenever you're rolling, I think that's where they can find that itch, because it certainly reminds me a lot of that about 4th edition.
Yeah.
I find it just an elegant mechanic.
Very simple.
In terms of, it's easy to understand. What do? I roll 2 dice, take the best one. Roll 2 dice, take the worst one. And I find in play, it actually makes a real difference. Trying to sneak in heavy armor and you're rolling 2 dice, taking the worst one for your stealth roll is enough to make me go, I'm going to take off my armor before I sneak. Just saying.
What do you think about how they've kind of dispersed casting through multiple ways you can be a caster? Like, you can take a feat and just be a caster now. You can take ritual magic, and just as long as you have a 13 intelligence. I'm a fighter who also can cast ritual magic. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Nothing at all.
Also, other classes being able to, dabble in the magics without having to multi-class.
Right. So for like the rogue and the fighter, it's really great that there are finally options that are in the base game. They're not in a separate rule book. They're not in a supplement. They're not hidden away in the DMG somewhere. excuse me, for goodness. These options are in the player's handbook. They're right there. They're in the section. And so for the people who like to play the fighter wizard, or for the people who want to play the arcane trickster, for those people, they don't have to go hunting. They don't have to beg their DM. They don't have to look and see like, oh, is this really going to work out for me? No, you just do what the rule book tells you, and make it that way. And I think that while there was some charm to having to cobble together certain character types from different pieces in earlier editions, like second and third, it was kind of difficult to make a fighter wizard work. Whereas in fourth and fifth, they've made it a lot easier. So some of the, for those of us that liked tinkering with the system or liked cobbling together things, that's gone. But what they've replaced it with is something that's clear and simple and fun, and to me, fast.
I'm really enjoying my Eldritch Knight right now.
There you go.
So,
and it's interesting because it's like your Eldritch Knight goes up with my Pact of the Blade Warlock. And so we've got two character concepts based around fighting and magic done two completely separate ways. And so it'll be really fun sitting down at the table and how those two characters interact with one another, how we as two players can build on one another, like when can we set up buffs for one another, how can we do that. Someone coming to 5th edition who's brand new, who is familiar more with the video game side of it, say they're World of Warcraft fans or Dragon Age fans or something, you can play the Warlock with the Pact of the Book and have your ritual magic. So you've got a lot of spells that are going to take a while to cast, but you've got your always on, I'm always blasting something magic that fills both those roles. There's a lot of different ways to play a caster now, and all of them seem fun.
Yeah. I haven't played a wizard yet in 5th edition, but I do like how they pool their spells now. Instead of just having, I memorized this many first level, I have 3 second level spells, 1 third level. Now you can have just an array of spells in kind of a loose pool that you draw from.
Less restrictive.
It's very, I really like that about, and I can't wait to play a wizard.
I could, wizard was the first class I looked at. Very first time I saw the player's handbook, first thing I did, pop it open to wizard. What do I want? Hey, it's awesome.
Where 5th edition kind of doesn't drop the ball where 4th did is the terminology. I'm not moving 30 feet, I'm moving 6 squares. I didn't like that about 4th edition. Because I'm not playing a video game, I'm playing a role-playing game. And I don't think in squares. I don't look down at the ground and see a hex map. It's the ground. So there's a lot of stuff that's the same from 4th to 5th. It's just, it's not an at-will power, it's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip,
Thanks again for watching WebDM. We're going to have new ones every Wednesday. Tell your friends. Come back next week.